human beings. But that number is a political, statistical joke. 500,000? 150,000 people die globally each day. There are some, 6 billion plus or minus a few 100 million people on the planet? 6 billion? 500,000 is not statistically relevant. And in this country, the death by COVID-19 numbers are not spiking. Repeat, not spiking. Outside of a huge data dump on June 25th, thanks to the governor of New Jersey. Thank you so much, Mr. Murphy. The number of daily deaths is dropping in the United States. But maybe more importantly, the aggregate number of deaths in late 2019 and thus far in 2020 is not spiking. In other words, there is not an increase in the volume of overall death in this republic. The death rate now is no different than previous years. Why is this relevant? Well, this is why. If COVID-19 is such a killer virus, then we would be seeing an increase in the sheer number of dead Americans compared to previous years, right? Well, we're not. Hello? Are you listening, California residents and the people of Illinois and New Yorkers? You're being hoodwinked. You're being lied to, unless, of course, you happen to have a loved one in a nursing home in any blue state, especially New York. I would have gotten them the hell out of those facilities long ago, judging by what Andrew Cuomo did, which was to issue death sentences to thousands of elderly by forcing nursing homes to accept COVID-19 patients. Absolutely outrageous. 4,500 COVID-19 patients dead after Cuomo's March 25 order. It is the highest rate of nursing home deaths in the country. Again, the numbers do not lie. And over on the left coast, pretty much the same thing. Just as bad, frankly, if not worse, from this slick Marxist nutcase, Gavin Newsom.
COVID-19 didn't take summer recess, didn't take the summer vacation.
Stop it. I'm not a body language reader, but look at him. Look at him. His jaw is clenched. He's moving around rather nervous. He's mad. He's showing California residents and the rest of the world that he's mad. He's mad as hell, and he's not going to take it anymore because he is a dictator. And you're not supposed to cross dictators. And he told everybody, damn it, wear a mask. And everybody, damn it, stay home unless you have to go out, even though the bars and restaurants are open. So what's Gavin Newsom doing now? Well, he's going to punish these people. He's going to punish the people who are not listening to. I mean, we know who the people are who are not listening to them, largely, if you want to stick them in one group. He's going to punish this group of people for not listening to the dictator in Sacramento. And think about it, it's a twofer if you shut down bars for Gavin Newsom. It's a twofer. You punish these people, and these would be, the group effectively is young people, right? Young people, we're all in our 20s, right? We think you can live forever, and you just kind of live your life that way. And you're forgetful, maybe, and you don't bring your mask, and you forget to social distance. You want to go out and party, for crying out loud. You want to go out and have a good time. And so he's mad at mostly young people, and so by closing the bars, he's going to punish the young people, right? He's mostly punishing younger people by shutting down the bars, by issuing the order, no more to drinking establishments. Restaurants with alcohol are okay. And if you're smart in California, you have a liquor license, you ought to sell food too, and then get that restaurant license, and that way you can bypass any of this nonsense. But the twofer, the other side of this is, it hammers the economy again. It shoots himself in the foot, yes. They've got a $60 billion tax shortfall. That's the other thing he's upset about, by the way. He's upset, looking at the numbers, that they haven't flattened the curve in California. Remember this guy coming out in March and April? Gotta flatten the curve. We gotta flatten that curve. Well, the curve is up. It's spiking up in California, which goes to what I was saying 3 months ago on this program. When you lock people up, especially young people, all you're doing is delaying the inevitable. And the inevitable is transpiring right now. The cases are spreading. And it's spreading mostly among young people, which the governor is trying to punish here right now. It's what we call herd immunity, because we know that younger people, the demographic of somewhere in the neighborhood of 0 to 20 to 30 years old has almost a 0 mortality rate. Many of these young people are running around asymptomatic, and many of them contract the virus but have no antibodies because their body fought it off to the degree that there's no antibodies showing up in the blood work. Isn't that amazing? But the governor, yes, while he's shooting himself in the foot, he also realizes that he's continuing to strangle the economy, his little piece of the U.S. economy, which harms the re-election chances of Donald Trump. So he's still at it, and he's still going to be at it straight through November, strangling his economy as much as possible in order to harm the re-election chances of Donald Trump. Roll tape.
Hasn't gone away. I know a lot of us thought, okay, it'll get warm. Once it gets hot, it all goes away.
Stop tape. You know, I check the numbers. This is my job now. I look at this data every day. And it's interesting when you look at El Salvador, and you look at the Philippines, and you look at Thailand, and you look at Vietnam. All those areas have warm weather, right? And high humidity. High temperature, high humidity combination. Their cases are in the hundreds. Go look for yourself. El Salvador in the hundreds. The Philippines got just over 1,000. I'm talking deaths here. They're counting them in the hundreds. Vietnam has 0. 0 deaths. Now, I don't know how good their accounting is, and certainly they're not doing the widespread testing that we're doing, but the bottom line is, yes, as the weather gets warmer, as the humidity rises, it helps beat back the transmission, the spread of a virus. Something this guy will not admit. Roll tape.
Look what's happened in some of those states that are experiencing triple-digit weather consistently and are experiencing record numbers as well. We have to sober up to this reality. We're still in the first wave. We're not in a second wave. We're still in the first wave.
Stop tape. Yeah, this is exactly my point. We are still in the first wave. This is the wave that all you did was kind of slow down, and then you unleashed it when you said, oh, we're going to start opening up again. He had to open up. If he had it his way, he would have kept the California economy shut down straight through November in order to hammer President Trump, but he had to, because all of a sudden the tax revenues started to drop. And he realized that there's a $60 billion hole in his budget. And at some point, he's going to have to make that up, California residents. You have been warned. Where do you think he's going to make up this shortfall? How do you think he's going to do it? It is going to happen. All you residents of California, especially residents who happen to be these evil landowners, he's going to come hard after you. So Americans in all states, from Texas to Florida to California, you have a choice. You can listen to the mainstream media breathlessly misreport the spread of COVID-19, or you can do your homework like I do, day in and day out. The truth about COVID-19 lies in the data, and the truth is corona is not the lethal threat to the vast majority of the American population.
Coming up next, potentially postponing the Republican National Convention as the Daily Ledger continues.
Is there a media war to stop Brett?
All right, that's all I wanted to get.
Fine, we can speak.
I can't have 10 minutes.
You have the whole day.
I can't change their schedule of the fucking. Jesus.
Did you get those fucking glazed donuts?
What?
Did you get those glazed donuts?
I found them in my
I
car.
got them for you. Are you fucking kidding me? Why are they here?
I don't know. I don't know. Give them to Grandma and Grandpa.
Come on, dude. You can have that here. Fucking eat it.